3 minutes. Okay. What do I do? Do I hit go?
Gotta be quiet. No, just give us a second.
Okay.
This is like pre-roll. I've got to get the link to share on Facebook and stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to go in later and edit all of that out, but right now it's not.
Okay.
So if you're listening, stay tuned. We have a wonderful presentation coming up by a very dear friend in Wendy. This is Renee. I'm doing all the technical stuff in the back, getting us ready to go live. I know we're live, but I have to share it to a couple of groups, and I love to do that. Hold on, one more group. Takes forever. Hopefully I can just go in easily and take it all out at one point. Hello, dear friends, we're back. 9 o'clock is just getting into my witching hour. Usually no one sees me before 10 a.m. in the morning because I get up at like 5 and I work on my writings and creating these new wind spirit cards, which for the group, I just made an Ilmarinen last night. And speaking of Ilmarinen, our next guest is another Windy. We met when the book first came out, Winds of Spirit, in case you're just joining us live, at the bookstore in Denver that Tina's friends arranged for me to be at. And it was one of my first bookstore signings, and it was really great because a lot of the people I met in Denver at those are still in the clan now. Just makes me know I should get out and get to more towns and more villages. And in fact, I've been invited to the UK next year. I'm really looking forward to that at the College of Psychic Studies, which I guess has been around for 40 years. And there's a real resonance with the wind in Europe because, you know, it's a place where they've been alive, and it was a place where they were shut down and converted into, you know, Catholicism and Protestantism and, you know, in the Reformation. And I'm hearing from the astrologers who've been sharing with us that we're coming into the time of air again. And it was funny because Louise Eddington, if you haven't heard her, I'd go back and listen. She was talking about the last few times that we've been into this cycle. And I'm currently working on a TED Talk. And sure enough, in my opening line of the TED Talk, it talks about that time when we all went inside. And my Windies have heard it a lot because it's my rant. Everyone went inside. We were looking out through the wind eyes. And so she talked about that this is one of the last times this cycle had come in. And so the winds told me that they come out at these major pivotal times when the earth is going through a rapid transformation and people need to cling to their messages. And so if you haven't read Winds of Spirit, I don't really know who wrote this book, because I think it's all of the winds, all of the editors, all of the people who are in the Wind Clan. I swear, as more Windies come into the Wind Clan, and Tina can attest to this, the work gets richer and more embodied, and we get new teachings. Like right now, new winds are coming in. Hey, mate, you forgot me. Not that I forgot you, but you're ready for us. You're ready for us, and we're ready for them. And I'm coming through with Wind Spirit cards, which I've wanted to do since the get-go. We have our little Wind Spirit cards, you know, the little ones on the cards that you can do over at the Wind Spinner. You can download on any of the blogs for free. You can buy them in the store. They come with the Wind Whistler's Toolkit, which is the whistle, the book, and the Wind Spirit cards, which are over there. I'm not going to get up to go get them because you've been seeing them. And a couple years ago, we asked Tina, I think you have a background in linguistics. Is that true, or did I make that up?
No.
Well,
That's okay. I just have a background in goddesses.
Oh, she has a background in goddesses, and you're going to learn about goddesses today. But what Tina did, and it's over on, oh, here's the wind spirit card right here if you need one to see it. These were the old ones, and the new ones you can see on the page today and stuff like that. But we asked Tina if she would go through and research how to say all of the names of the wind spirits. So how do we say Amunet?
Amunet.
Amunet.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually did a recording so that we could really learn to, in the Vedic traditions, if you don't say the prayer right, they say you don't get the medicine. I don't know. I get the medicine. I've never quite gotten the Vedic prayer right. Maybe I'd get more medicine if I had only learned to say it right. But she gave us the winds and words, and definitely on YouTube. And I'll share it with this video too, because it's something really important to everyone always goes to the wind spinner and they pull the wind. The wind spinner's located at the top of the wind clan, and they'll come up with, and maybe it's the way we have the cards laid out. They'll come up with, oh, this is my wind for the wind. This is my wind for the journey here. They'll come up and they'll say, oh, I got passion. No, you got a kettle. Did I say that right?
Ekatel.
And so what we always want to do is we always want to go to the teacher to tell us how to interpret. But these wind spirits invite you to call them in, call them forth. Now that we have Ilmarinen on the wall, look at what the qualities that I said that I thought were primary qualities, and call into that wind and see if there's more qualities, see if there's more to know about it. Because, I'm not the best student. I got what they told me and I got what I needed. But truth be told, a lot of the Wind Clan people have gone 5 times, 10 times, 20 times as deep with these wind spirits as I have. Now, that might be my projection because I've been in with these winds and they keep showing me over and over and over again just how real they are. And I'm a hard head. I don't know about you. I'm a hard head. You have to show me over and over and over again. Like something's up. If I've seen the number 111, 111, 111, 1, yesterday a woman wrote me on Facebook, and the time that I responded to her and she pointed it out was 11:11. This morning I opened up the thing and it was 111. And it's kind of crazy, but this is how much that I have to be hit over the head. I have seen 111 probably 100 times this week. What is it telling me? I don't know. I'm gonna take it to the fire tonight, the closing fire circle. I'm gonna actually make a talisman. If you've never made a talisman, I'll share the instructions as I go tonight, and I'll suggest that you do one for the new year. Okay, but now let's turn it over to Tina Proctor. Now, let me I want to just tell you just a touch about her, because she's really a special person, and we're so blessed to have her in our clan. The quality of people in our clan always is amazing, and Tina takes it also to another level. She is a peace advocate and storyteller who has spent the past 12 years introducing women and girls to goddess stories from around the world. She has an MS in wildlife biology and an MS in women's spirituality, and this program now resides at the Institute for Transpersonal Psychology in Palo Alto. So without further ado, and you hold a very deep place in my heart, I want to turn it over to you to learn about the truth about Santa Claus.
Okay, so I'm just going to change this so I can see it. Okay. All right. Where I see myself in a little bitty view. Is there, but I'm not.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh, wait. How do I do it? Sorry.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So hit the share screen.
Oh, Renee.
Take the PowerPoint.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, PowerPoint. I'm actually, I want to talk. I want to talk
Oh, then
first.
I can see you. You don't probably have your big view
I
screen
don't.
time. Okay,
Okay.
go up to the right-hand corner if you want to
Yes.
see
Okay. Got
yourself.
it. All right. And
Hit
I hit speaker. That
speaker
didn't
view.
speaker show full screen.
There you go.
I'm still small.
Oh, well, that's okay. We can see you big.
You
Doesn't
can
really.
see me. Okay.
I
That's
can
the
see you
important thing.
big.
All right. That's the important thing. Then when I need to bring in my, oh, I can do the share screen. Okay. I'm good.
I'm right here if you need help.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Well, I'm just really, I'm so pleased to be here and not seeing you all, but imagining you all right now. And I think Renee kind of did a great introduction because what you're going to hear about in my presentation is about reindeer, reindeer pulling sleighs, shamans, Amanita mushrooms, and the Reindeer Goddess. So let's start. So I need to share the screen, and I'm going to start this. Oh, so it's big. There we go. Okay. Now, can you all see, Renee, can you
Yes,
see
it's
me?
perfect. Yes,
Okay.
you're off in the corner a little.
Okay. Okay, good, because I can't see that, but I just want to make sure that I was. Okay. So as we mentioned, this is really about the reindeer goddess, but I mentioned that there's quite a number of other things that are going to come up. So I wanted to start actually by talking about reindeer. This is the wildlife biologist coming out in me. But so caribou we have in North America. So if you live in the Canada or Alaska, then you may be familiar with caribou. And then we have reindeer, which are found in Northern Europe and also Russia. You can see a little bit of difference between them. They're exactly the same species. In fact, I just learned this week that there are different subspecies. Now, nobody cares about that, but me. But you can see a little bit of difference in the body shape. And the caribou have much longer legs because they are the ones that migrate. So Rangifer tarandus, which I just like to say, you don't have to learn that, is a type of a deer with circumpolar distribution. So when you're looking at the top of the earth, let's just say you were a drone and you were looking down on the Arctic. The reindeer and the caribou would have at some point been able to move in that whole area. Now it's kind of changed and there's not as much ice, as you know. So the reindeer were domesticated in Northern Europe and Asia, and there's still some wild herds there, especially in Russia. So caribou are hunted in the wild in North America, but they have never been domesticated. So that's one of the differences. So just little facts here, little factoids about reindeer. So both males and females have antlers. Okay, so that's not true with other deer, elk, moose, those kind of relatives, where the antlers are only by males. So in reindeer, the males drop theirs in early winter, like late November and early December. So they would already have dropped theirs now. The females retain them throughout the winter. This is an important fact. They have hollow hairs, which allows for a much warmer fur, and their hooves are expandable. So, like when they put their hooves down the ice, they're like snowshoes. It's really cool. So the shed antlers provide valuable food for small animals, and this is true with all shed antlers. I mean, if you've ever seen any deer antlers or elk antlers, they end up being eaten by the small animals. And then reindeer can be trained to pull sleds, and some can be ridden. Okay, I'm skipping that one. Now I want to talk a little bit about the Sami people, and they call themselves the reindeer people. They're found in northern Scandinavia, and I'm going to give you a map here. So, you know, if you think about the tribal people in North America, let's say you pick a type of indigenous people like the Apache. Well, they have a lot of different kind of tribes, and that's true with the Sami as well. So this is Norway coming up right here. It gets real narrow up here, and it actually comes around and touches Russia right here in this little bitty place. Oops, I have to go back. And then we've got Sweden. So we've got some Sami people in Sweden, and also Finland. And then this piece of Russia too. They're Sami people. So those group differences might be clothing, dialects, singing and handicrafts. The Scandinavian Sami were separated by the Russian Sami, and the Russians didn't allow them to intermix. And there aren't as many Russian Sami left. So, but not all Sami herd a reindeer. Some of them do fishing and hunting, and they're non-nomadic. But Scandinavian encroachment and cultural assimilation have reduced the number of subsistence nomadic reindeer herders. So here's just some pictures. This would be 1900. And what I love is the teepees, which they're not called that. They're called favus. But it's the same idea as the North American Plains Indians, which build these structures out of reindeer hides, and then they can wrap them up, and have them pulled by the reindeer. Like our indigenous people have them pulled by horses. And then this would be a now picture of Sami women dressed in their finery, and I love their mittens, their wool mittens. So the parliament, the Norway has done a treaty with the Sami, and so the Sami have their own parliament in Norway. And what I love about this picture is that it looks like a favu, looks like a teepee, right? It's a beautiful building, and that's where they meet. This is their flag. And this is a picture of a Sami woman in her finery, her beautiful clothing, with reindeer antler in her hand, and her herd of domesticated reindeer behind her. And I really love that picture. And this is a very good one too, because this is a woman, Sami, and she has her sleigh, and it's being pulled by the reindeer. Just keep that one in mind. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story of the Reindeer Goddess. And what I'd like to do is, oops, don't want that, sorry. What I'd like to do is, Renee, is put the screen on my face, the whole screen. I know I stopped sharing, right?
You stop sharing.
Okay, all right. Wait a minute, it's previous. Okay, here we go. Stop share. Okay. Okay, what I'm seeing is you, but it's really me.
Yeah, I'm not showing it all. I'm seeing you.
You're seeing me. Okay. And is it the whole screen?
The whole entire
Okay.
screen, like you're driving that Sami sleigh like a woman should.
Exactly. Okay. So the Reindeer Goddess story. Once, while walking in solitude by the eternal waters, the creator, who was called Jubmel, found the peace disturbed by evil spirits. Mocking cries and shrieks of hatred An evil chance invaded the calms of the eternal void. Disturbed, Jumel decided to create a new world, a universe so peaceful and harmonious that love and compassion would reign and evil spirits would flee. She called the lovely Vaya, the reindeer doe, to her and decided to create a new world from her body. The creator took a tiny bone and built a bridge that became the rocks and the boulders and the peaks and the mountains. Her flesh became the fertile soil and her blood and veins from the flowing rivers. Her skull became the sky, which shields the earth from the blazing brightness of the heavens. The reindeer's deep, sad eyes became the morning and evening stars to guide the song makers and the dreamers and the parted lovers and to give them hope. Finally, Jumel held the Vaya's still beating heart and put it in the centermost depths of the earth to remind us that help will always be there. When peace and love reign, the heart would beat with joy. But if hatred and greed disturbed the earth's harmony, the heart would convulse in pain and tremors and shake the earth from top to bottom. Jumel created 2 human brothers and their wives to live in the light world. This may sound a little familiar. The only commandment was not to hate. However, one brother became envious of the other brother and was filled with bitterness. He demanded more and more land, and finally, in a fit of greed, beat his brother to death with the head and antler of a slain deer. The reindeer doe's wounded heart throbbed so hard that the earth rocked violently and flung the wicked brother to the moon. As evil increased on earth from the children born to the brothers, the sun goddess Amanita created a reindeer goddess with a tear and a smile. She appeared on earth to teach the humans the way of goodness and humility, and how to tame and care for the wild reindeer, and to make clothes and shelter from them. Warmed by the loving care of the Sun Mother, these humans became the Sami people who journey searching for the peace and harmony that is safeguarded by the heartbeat of the sacred reindeer doe.
I think you're frozen.
Am I?
Oh, no, I guess you're not.
Okay, good.
We
All
were
right.
just taking a pause. Sorry about
I
that.
was taking a pause. Thank you, because it's looking different than how I did when I was practicing, so it's all good.
We love you, and you can do it however you want because you're our group elder.
Okay, so here's what the Sami elders say about the reindeer: that the souls of the people and the reindeer are intertwined, and each one of the Sami tribal people have a special reindeer that they're connected to. The milk of the Vaya, which we now know is the female reindeer, right, is considered holy. And I wanted to say that I am going to be talking about shamans a little bit more later, but that the Russians killed many of their shamans. And this was kind of an important thing that I found out, that the Scandinavians sent the Sami away from their families to boarding schools. And, we've heard this story in North America and the United States and Canada, and it's just devastatingly horrible. So that happened to the Sami as well. So most of the shamans were female. This is something I found. So this is a female shaman. This came from a grave, but it was a reindeer. You can see the fur and the antlers and bones and teeth around her neck. And this was in a woman's grave. And then this one is a Russian female shaman headdress. This is in a museum. And isn't it fabulous how you can compare these two things? You've got this beautiful red headdress with antlers on top and the white fur here. Okay. I loved this picture because this is a picture of a 96-year-old female shaman who was leader of the Mongolian reindeer people. So I did read that some reindeer go as far as Mongolia, the domesticated herds. Don't you love that? She's in one of the lavvu and she's inviting her reindeer to come in, I think. So in legends, the reindeer took flight each winter after ingesting hallucinogenic mushrooms called Amanita muscaria, and shamans would join them on this vision quest. So kind of what does this add up to? We've got shamans. The shamans climbed the world tree on the winter solstice to bring gifts to the people. And understanding and knowledge were an especially important gift. You've got female reindeer, right? Because they haven't dropped their antlers. And you have a being, which probably should be female, with a red outfit and a red hat and white fur, bearing gifts in a sleigh. So I wanted to mention that some of the things that I've learned being in Scandinavia. My husband and I went to a gathering of the 13 indigenous grandmothers in Stockholm. We had seen them in Spearfish, South Dakota, and were just entranced by these elderly women from all over the world, from indigenous peoples. So we went to see them, and they invited a Sami woman to speak at this gathering. And so we were quite entranced by her, and she talked about the importance of their drums. She said that the Swedish people, and I don't know really who, but took away the drums. It was probably the religious people, the priests who took away the drums, destroyed them, burned them. Some of them they took to the National Museum in Stockholm, but they weren't available for people to see. They were in storage. So this woman called the museum. She said, I am a PhD and I'm studying the Sami drums. But she also mentions that she was Sami. So they said, no, you can't come see the drums. This is not my story. This is a story that was told to us. And so she not only speaks excellent English and Swedish and Sami, and I don't know what else, but she also speaks German. And so she called again a little later, speaking in German, saying that she was a German anthropologist and wanted to visit the Sami drums. And so they let her do it. And so she went and they let her stay for 10 hours or something. and she could play the drums. She held the drums. She cried over the drums. And this was such a sad story. I felt really moved by it. And I wanted to show you, and I cannot tell if you can see this. Renee, can you see my drum? Do
I can see your drum.
Okay, good. Let me see if I do the stop share. Oh, good. I'll do that. I'll do the stop share. Okay.
You're getting really high tech.
All right. Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm just going to play this just for a minute or so.
Can you hit a sound on up here? We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to put on, do you have sound up in the left-hand corner?
I think. Wait a minute. No. I'm not on mute.
No, it's the sound setting.
Okay. I don't see it.
All right, we'll try again and just get it. Yeah, we can't hear you on it. But you could play it and I can add a track for it.
Okay.
And just send it to me on the iPhone or something.
Okay. Oh, I wanted to mention, I guess, yeah, this I thought was also important. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so you can see reindeer on here, right? And then also you can see, this is a church with like the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, I was told. And so many of the Sami became Lutherans. That would be the religion of Scandinavia, basically. Just like our indigenous people became Christian, a lot of them became Christians, but they had their indigenous practices. And so the drums were a really important part of that. And they're obviously making new drums now. I mean, if I can go buy one, they're available now. So that's kind of important. All right, so I want to go back to share screen then and make sure that I've got this share. Okay. So I did those things. Now, there is the next thing I'm going to do is, okay. This is 5 minutes slide presentation. It's singing, okay, and it's all the wonderful pictures of the reindeer and the Sami and the places where they live and the Arctic landscape. I really would like for you to watch this. It is so beautiful, and it's just going to give you a feeling of what it's like to live as a reindeer person. So I'm going to start this.
Tina, let's make sure you have on your share screen that you have share sound.
Okay. All right.
Open
Can you hear it?
No, not yet. So go over.
All right. Then I'm going to stop it.
Go into the sound, into the share screen, and on the bottom left there's something that says share sound. You know where you're sharing the screen from?
Yes.
So on the left-hand bottom, it says share sound and optimize for video.
I don't have that.
Okay.
Now, let me see. What else?
Wait a second. I think did you send me the final presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just keep talking for a minute and I'll find it.
Okay. All right. Okay. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, a hut, basically, where they might go and spend the night while they're herding the reindeer. So this is, wait, I'm just getting, wait a minute.
I'm right here.
Okay, good.
But I don't see the sound attached to it.
Wow.
Well, we'll send that to everyone too if I don't.
Yeah, right.
I see a
That's really-
link, but I don't see that it's going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
We want to know, so you can send it to me and I can share it out with everyone.
Let me just check your one more thing. Boy, I'm just getting it. It's a very emotional, beautiful slideshow with music, and I really want you to watch it right now.
That's okay. We'll redo it, and maybe we'll redo it.
People that watch it, you can watch it later.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's fine. So now I need to go back to.
You're still sharing.
Okay.
So now you can just move on.
Okay. So I need to go. All right. No. Okay. You didn't hear that. All right. So what goes next? I do a stop share. Now I'm on the screen, correct? Okay. So, okay, there's one thing I can't really talk about, but no, I'm going to. So my husband and I saw the singer, Mari Boyne, in Santa Fe, New Mexico, because she came and did a presentation, and it was just so beautiful for me. I had a picture of us with her. So I'm really just going to have to wrap up here because that was kind of that 5 minutes is sort of the end of the presentation. And I hope that, Renee can get that.
Hold on.
I'm sure she will.
It looks like there's some Mari Bone that I could play for us right now if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I've got to go to. Was there a particular song or album you liked?
Well, no. I mean, she's a wonderful singer, but what we picked were the yoiking, and that's the Sami's kind of singing.
Okay.
So if you're going to look for her,
how about I have one that's a 4-minute that it looks perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on 2 seconds.
The day you get your clear choice dental implants changes your struggle with
Hetnämbäkti ja miera ja ole miidolle.
Tina, can you hear?
Semano ja juutil ja kievaskodot. Häiki chala udette ja skodike. Mutta hiesielin bielusti tujuetsili te luetedon lieti läät. Hetni kiela muscaria, tu satnin donnus, ätin sääni da tjuutjet ja kuulantumus. Ile fanga, i pälvä i räikki tuotnas, tus mai lohpile. Tarpasi jädähuusa, kolludus käivitan läät. fot något i det de vägar i slätt är idag i si kiken jag gillas i båt tonla hakku lähet nilen i son och mors tan indus valle kojelin tubäldele kirte don lotti ailet ja löte don lethi lät
That was so meditative. Wow. Okay. So I
Step
guess
into Wix
just to
Studio,
Whoops,
the
hold on.
new web creation platform.
Uh-oh. Can you all hear me now? Renee? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Thank you for finding that. I think that was lovely, and we can put my show in where that place.
That was great. We may get booted, but
Okay.
from YouTube.
All right. I'm just to wrap up. It's a minute. I'm not trying to convince you all of anything or prove anything. It's just is a wonderful observation about things that the Santa Claus myth is wonderful. It's something that we love, but I think it's probably a little bit inaccurate. So that's my opinion. And I wanted to share the loveliness of the legends and the people and the reindeer and the connection between all of that. So that's it. Thank you.
That was beautifully. It was beautiful,
you.
and we moved with. This was a really perfect example of moving with the winds. The winds that blow, the winds that blow, the winds that know, and I really want to honor you and thank you. And so Tina is one of our windies too, and they're risking. This isn't what they do. Like, I come out here all the time and share on public media, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're pretty bad, but I don't care. And so they're really risking all of themselves to come out here and share with you. And I just want to honor you, and I want to honor all of the other people in the Wind Clan who are coming here with their full hearts to be part of this symposium to make your holy days extra special. So thank you very much, and
Absolutely.
may the wind be with you.